Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do my contouring routine, and I will say I do change it up often on how I do it, how much I do it. Is it going to be really heavy one day? Is it not? It's always different, and it works for me. I love using the Kat Von D contour kit. I love the Anastasia one. That one's great too. But yeah, pretty much I can get it what I like to do. I can achieve what I like with just this one palette for the most part. I do have a couple other products that I will use as far as just brightening the under eye area, and I will show you that definitely. But yeah, this to me, foolproof. It is good. So if you want to see how I contour, then please keep watching. I actually have these samples of the YSL foundation. It's like a matte foundation. I don't remember exactly what the name of it was, but I'm going to use that. I really like it. I don't think I'm going to buy it. That's what happens, right? So yeah, did the primer, and I'm going to do my foundation. Some people, I'm just going to use a Q-tip because they're in these little weird things. And I like to start like with one side of my face, not put it all on there at once. I don't know, it just works best for me. I like to focus my foundation, not so much under my eye. I mean, a little bit, but since I'm gonna put concealer, I don't like to I don't want to put extra product that's not really needed, because that's just a quicker way for me to get cakey, and I don't want that. Don't forget your neck. I really, I'll do a video on it soon, but I don't really have as bad of acne as I have had in the past. I just have a lot of scarring from it. And because it's just scarring though, mostly anyway, I do find that, you know, for the most part, foundation covers it, especially when I top it with powder too. Point being is I don't typically go in with concealer first on those spots, but you totally could. Maybe I still should, but you know, it is what it is. I love this stuff though. This foundation is just so like velvety when it's done, when it's on, and I like that. Now, after I do my foundation, I like to set it with powder, but I am gonna wait until I do my concealer, which is obviously liquid, and I don't like to, you kind of don't want to put powder and then liquid on powder. Like it just, it just gets so cakey. I've done it. I've forgotten. What are you gonna do? But I don't typically do that. Naked Skin concealer. And I'm gonna focus it downward and kind of bring it out like this. It's like a V. Yeah. I really want it to be bright under my eyes, but I also want that like definition of the cheekbone too. So that's why I do bring it down like I do. And I'm going to add some here and here too, but I'm going to work with this first. And then just take your beauty blender or whatever you like and just start blending that in. Then I'm going to take more of the concealer, and I'm going to focus it right here in the middle of my forehead. Down here. Once you have it blended out, what I like to do is clean up my mess I like to go in with my powder and set the, like, kind of my whole face with just a, like, normal powder, nothing fancy, whatever you like. But I do kind of focus it down here. I just wash my brushes. Oh, smell good. And I don't really do my under eye with this powder because I go in with more of a yellow tone and a brighter tone for under my eyes. So now what I like to do is I like to take a brush that is, actually this is the Kat Von D contouring brush. I really like it. I love this side, but anything like that, kind of that dome oval type, it just fits so nice under the eye. So that's what it's for. But I'm gonna take her contour kit as well, and I actually like to do the yellow powder here, as you can tell, and then I like to also mix it with this one over here, which is just a little bit brighter. Some people stick to just yellow, some people stick to just bright, whatever you like. But yeah, and then I like to set that, and I don't really like swoop, just kind of press it in, like patting motion. I notice I do this. I don't know. I gotta do my little dance with it, I guess. I don't know. And this is going to help big time with the concealer ever like moving off your face. This really sets it. You know how sometimes you do it and you're like, oh, that looks good. And then you look in your rearview mirror in your car and you're like, what is that? What is it? I do that. And ever since I've done this, it helps so much. So much. Yeah, I go pretty heavy on this too. Like Mama don't mess around on this step. Going in with the bronzer now, I'm going to use this one right here in the middle. I just think it works best with my skin tone. Real Techniques brush, and it's a blush brush. But I like to use this for bronzing my face. And so I'm going to dip that in there. Not too much. And the different techniques on how you want to do it. If you have really defined cheekbones already, great. Use that. Go with that. And, you know, you can kind of do the kissy face, like, what was that? But yeah. And that'll help kind of like show you where it is. And do that. And you want to keep it on that bone, on that cheek bone. Don't go too low. If you do, there's a way to clean that up too, but like don't focus it there. Kind of look like you have a beard. But yeah. And just again, remember to kind of like work with little product and build it up so it's not so much blending and trying to fix what you did. And I like to start there. I mean, you can even put your hand here and that'll help you too. Whatever. And you kind of want to make like a 3. Like that. So I'm going to go in right here a little bit. And then up here as well. And this is definitely on your forehead. If you have a very like high forehead, it's a way to make it appear smaller. Another rule of thumb, but again, some people like it that way and that's okay too, is to not bring this in so much. I like to do a little bit of blush as part of it too to go into it, so that already brings it in a little bit in itself, but you don't want to bring it in so harshly. To me, it's kind of like use that, like kind of put your hand by your ear and put your finger out and kind of don't go past where your finger ends, because So you really just want it to be like carved out, not I have bronzer there. Now at this point, this is partially contouring in itself, but right now I would kind of call this more of just I'm bronzing my face right now, you know? And what I like to do after this is go in and really define that. And I'll show you how I do that. And then take a little bit more and we're going to go down here along your jawline because you really want that to stand out as well. And go down your neck. Just a little bit. It's just going to make it appear more defined. So then I like to take a stippling brush. This is more meant for like foundation, going in there like this, but I really like to use this. Dip it in that same bronzer. Oh, a little much. And I like to kind of use it at an angle and go like this with it. And I feel like that really like makes that line, that kind of harsh line, that then we can blend out. Now they make all kinds of contour brushes, and funny enough, I don't have any. And those like long skinny ones specifically, I am sure they are fantastic, and that's basically what I'm accomplishing right now by doing that. So if you have one, totally use that for this step. I like to go in with my blush. This one's just so pretty. It's my favorite. It's by Hourglass Mood Exposure. And I like to do it, and you get the apples of your cheeks, so you smile like a big cheesy smile like this. And you kind of just focus it here. And a lot of people just literally keep it right there. I like to blend it into the bronzer. Then I like to take a really kind of shimmery powder, but not sparkly. I'm going to use this Hourglass Ambient Lighting Diffuse Light palette. And I like to go in with my under eye with that again. And this I just think really brightens it. See? I actually just talked about this product on the products I regret buying. And then I used it again and I'm like, you know, it is really pretty. It is. And like I said on that video, I didn't dislike it at all. I just didn't necessarily think it was worth 45 bucks. But now that I'm playing with it a little bit more, I do like it a lot. This step too is totally optional. Like, you don't have to do this. I just kind of like the way it looks. And then take your big powder brush and just kind of help yourself out. Blend again. Last step I do is you take, there it is. You take your highlighter of choice. Again, not something you have to use. I'm going to use Champagne Pop because I am. I like it. Very little. And we're going to put it right here. Oh, oh! I'll tell you, Jaclyn Hill. You. So pretty. She knew what she was doing. What you can do if it's still not like as defined as you want it to be is go in with that brush again that you did your under eye and take kind of that yellowish powder and just kind of clean it up. You know what I mean? And that's how I do it most of the time. And I say that because sometimes I do change up the way I do my face, you know. I don't love cream products to do it, but sometimes I do use them, and that works for me too. It kind of just depends on your skin for the day. Is it feeling extra dry? Is it feeling oily? You know, it just kind of depends, but that's pretty much my go-to. Yeah, I like it. It looks kind of funny though right now with like not having my eyes done, and I don't know, but yeah. That is how I contour. I probably still have things to learn. I just kind of one day started playing with all that, the contour kits and all that stuff out there, and this is kind of what I've come up with, and I feel like works best for me. And yeah, I like it. I think it does make a difference in your final look. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you very, very soon. Thank you so much for watching.